Okay, so let's talk about speaking on the spot, right? You're at an event, right? And you're asked to speak on the spot. Is there a way to prepare for situations like that, where you are not prepared to talk, but somehow you're handed the mic and asked to speak on something randomly? The answer is yes, right? So, first of all, the first thing is to stay on course, stay on topic, right? Because when you're called to speak impromptu like that, the first thing that would happen is that you get nervous because you were not expecting to speak, right? So the first thing is to actually try to stay on course, because when you're nervous like that, there's a tendency to want to ramble, right? So avoid the temptation to ramble and say meaningless points. Try to stay on topic. So that being said, there is actually a formula or technique that I came across that actually works for me, right? And it's called PREP. PREP, P-R-E-P, PREP, right? And P stands for point. Then R stands for reason, the reason for your points. Right? Then E stands for example. Then P, your points. We're emphasizing your points. Right? So PREP, P for your points. You state your reason, give a quick example, then reiterate your points. Then depending on the length of time you were given to speak, you can also go as far as giving pros and cons, advantage and disadvantage, right? Then you quickly wrap up with your recommendation, still staying on course, right? Just wrap up with your recommendation. Like for instance, imagine I get invited for an event and randomly I'm asked to speak on like teamwork, right? I can just, using PREP points, teamwork is a blessing and not a curse, right? Two good heads are better than one, right? So the reason for my talk is because that's my point, right? Then the reason is because two good heads are better than one. Then example, I could give an example of when I was assigned on a project, right? And immediately I had a team member on board. It became quite easy, right? I can give an example on that. Then finally I reiterate my points, right? Teamwork is a blessing and not a curse, right? Even the good book said it, right? That two gets better reward for their labor, right? One will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000, right? So two people or a group of people coming together on a particular task, they will get a better reward for their labor. So PREP, right? And I can go ahead and just give advantages, right? Teamwork, you spend less energy, you achieve more in less time, right? Then I can give disadvantages too. Okay, there can be disagreement